just want to, sort of, again, level set on interaction types. So first there's just the understanding the need that they have. And that's taking in questions. It's not just the text of what they ask for, what they say or speak. It's any other data we have about them to help influence what the understanding is, where they launched from, what products do you have, things like that. Taking that data and then coming up, here's what we understand your need is. And then on the response side of things, it's we call it simple. That counts for like the navigation. So, oh, you need an auto quote? Click here to do that, or tap here. So that's just simple. It doesn't require any account lookups, data, services, or even any significant dialogue. Complex account. This one's not much dialogue at all. But I need data. So even for USAA's routing number, which is still the number one question asked, despite making it more prominent and doing different things. What's USAA's routing, ABA transit routing number? Because we have actually two different banks, so there's two possible routing numbers we could surface up. So we have to look at we want to provide the right answer. Right? We don't want to, just for that question, we don't want to ask them, oh, well, do you have accounts in more than one bank? Because most don't, actually. Most just have the one routing number that's applicable. But we do a data lookup. We look up that member's account information. Now, if they do happen to have both, that does lead into a bit of a dialogue. But again, it requires data. So now a complex dialogue, that is, may or may not have data needs, but I would like insurance. Well, as I said earlier, we have life insurance, auto, home, all these things. So we need to create some dialogue to do that. It's just another form of complex. And then transactional is all that. So we actually want to perform like, I need to replace a card. Okay, well, why do you need to replace a card? There's a dialogue that has to happen. Well, in that case, we've deemed that having a conversation is actually better performing than just clicking buttons and drop downs and things like that. But it requires transaction. And depending on the services that are available, you may need to incorporate rules, fraud rules, and all kinds of other things. It's not just here's a question, here's an answer.